world. 4 years ago, tomorrow night, Mayor Adams was sworn in as the 110th mayor of our city right here in Times Square. On his first day of the administration, Mayor Adams pledged to all New Yorkers that we would work every day to make this a safer city for them and their families. That's why for the last 4 years, public safety has been our North Star. And that pledge will continue up until the mayor's final day in office, up until 11:59 p.m. tomorrow night, his final minute in office. Tomorrow, as New Yorkers and visitors gather in this very square to ring in the new year, they will be able to celebrate with peace of mind, knowing that our administration is working around the clock to keep them safe. To say more, I'd like to introduce the man who has kept his promise to deliver a safer city for us all, the 110th mayor of the city of New York, Eric Adams.
Thanks so much, DM Levy, and really want to thank those who are behind the scene doing the job, particularly Chief of Department, Chief of Patrol, and Chief of Transit. As I walked out, I told all three of them, job well done. We look at the record number of decreasing crime in our subway system, what we've done above ground, and really the brain behind the coordination and operation of what our Chief of Operation and now Chief of Department, what he has done is just really remarkable, and we cannot thank them enough because they save lives. And they had a real general. Commissioner Tish led the troops into battle and led from the front. And so really a job well done for the people in the city of New York and the millions of tourists who come here every day to make sure that this city is a place that they can enjoy as they visit our city. So it's a combination of two. And every year, you look here at Times Square, this is where it happens, as DM Levy stated. It's the crossroads of the entire globe. People come here to bring in the new year. And it is our job to make sure they're able to do that in a level of safety. And we cannot wait to welcome the crowds right here. Hundreds of thousands, if not 1 million people would be right where you're standing now. And we're looking forward to the ball drop as we stand on the eve of the ball drop. People will start lining up early in the day, and they're here throughout the entire day to hold their spot. And we want everyone to have a great time and spend lots of money. For those of you who are tourists here, spend money in the city of New York. You're a tourist? Spend money. And so while people are here to enjoy, it's a group effort that involve interagency communications and coordination, but I want to assure everyone maintaining a safety posture here during this celebration is something that we're focused on. I want to thank Deputy Commissioner Weiner, who's keeping her ears open and all the intelligence we need with our federal, state, and city agencies to make sure that we are proactive, not only reactive. And as we ramp up for the festivities, the NYPD, the fdny, New York City Emergency Management, DOT, the Department of Sanitation, and Times Square Alliance will be prepared. Tom, thanks so much, man. Great partnership with you. There will be officers in and out of uniform, keeping their eyes open. We're going to do our part. We need you to do your part. If you see something, say something, and most importantly, do something. Notify one of the officers that are there. This includes officers from the Patrol Service Bureau, the Transit Bureau, the Intelligence Counterterrorism Bureau, and the Special Operation Division. We will have plainclothes, K-9 teams, officers on horsebacks, on our trains, subway stations, and in helicopters and on boats. Pedestrians and vehicle closures will be in effect leading up to and during the event. Security is everyone's responsibility. Again, see something, say something, do something. And while we do not have any specific or credible threats regarding the New Year's Eve festivities in Times Square, at this time we are continually operating in a heightened threat, and please be conscious of your surroundings. While we acknowledge that the city will respect and protect people's right to protest, we will have a zero tolerance for interfering with the celebration tomorrow in Times Square or other disorderly behavior across the city. And for those coming to Times Square to watch the ball drop, we urge you to use mass transit. Chief Galata made it safe, so let's make sure we use it. And there are certain items you cannot bring into the safety zone. Large backpacks, coolers, and alcohol beverages are strictly prohibited. Find out what the restrictions are before you can come in without a problem. To the lucky ones who are going to be in the immediate vicinity, we say dress warmly so you could enjoy the moment. And I want to again thank the entire team, including Times Square Alliance and everyone else who comes to make New Yorkers safe and enjoy the festivity. And I want to just a special note, as you're aware, 2026 is the 250th anniversary of this great country. And I'm hearing that the Times Square Alliance is looking to do a second ball drop. We're excited about that. I think that this is an excellent idea. I hope the incoming administration will warmly welcome that. Anytime we can have more tourism and more money, we should look forward to it. And so as I finish my turn, I want to share with New Yorkers, it has been an honor to serve and a great responsibility to look after the safety and well-being of so many New Yorkers and visitors. Thank you for this incredible honor. From patrolman to mayor, I am humbled to have served this city, and I wish everyone a healthy 2026. Jim?
Thank you, Mayor. Dress warmly, warmer than we are all dressed right now. So the hundreds of thousands of onlookers we expect to pack this square tomorrow night will be able to do so because of the thousands of city employees who will be on the clock serving their fellow New Yorkers. So I want to say thank you from everyone at the NYPD, fdny, DSNY, DOT, CECM, and all the other city agencies sacrificing their New Year's to give so many such a wonderful experience. As the mayor said, we simply would not be able to celebrate the new year the same way if it weren't for our brave men and women in blue. We're still one day away from the end of the quarter, the end of the year, but come tomorrow, New York's finest will have helped us bring crime down for 8 straight quarters since January 2024. To speak more about the work our police department is doing to keep you safe tomorrow night, I'd like to welcome General NYPD Commissioner Tish to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. Tomorrow, Times Square will begin to welcome more than 1 million visitors from around the world as we say goodbye to 2025 and we usher in 2026. New Year's Eve in Times Square is one of the largest and the most complex public safety operations anywhere in the world, and one the NYPD has secured successfully for decades. For the past year, we've been working closely with the Times Square Alliance and our partners across city, state, and federal government. At this time, there are no known specific credible threats to the New Year's Eve celebration in Times Square. As always, the men and women of the NYPD will be out there keeping everyone safe. The public should expect to see thousands of NYPD officers deployed throughout Times Square and the surrounding area. That includes officers from our specialized units, including Emergency Service Unit, K-9, the Bomb Squad, heavy weapons teams, and our harbor teams. Our helicopters and our drones will also be deployed during the day to provide comprehensive coverage in real time. We will also deploy dedicated pickpocket teams, hotel response teams, and additional uniform patrols to address quality of life and public safety concerns. There will be assets that you will see and others that you will not see. The Joint Operations Center will be fully activated with all of our city, state, and federal partners, and personnel there will be actively monitoring fixed and mobile cameras. Intelligence teams will also be monitoring social media for potential threats, and response units will be deployed citywide to investigate any reports in real time. Street closures will begin early tomorrow morning and will expand throughout the day. Beginning at 4 a.m. tomorrow, 7th Avenue will close to vehicular traffic between 42nd and 48th Streets, along with side streets between 43rd and 48th Streets from 6th to 8th Avenues. At approximately 11 a.m., 7th Avenue and Broadway will close to vehicular traffic from 38th to 59th Streets. By approximately 4 p.m., 6th and 8th Avenues within the event area will close to both pedestrian and vehicle traffic, with pedestrian crossings at 41st, 44th, 47th, 50th, 54th, and 57th Streets. We strongly encourage anyone traveling to Manhattan to use public transportation tomorrow. Concrete barriers and blocker vehicles and frozen safety lanes will be established to protect the perimeter of the area. Manholes, mailboxes, and trash receptacles within the frozen zone will be either secured or removed. Viewing areas will officially open at 3 p.m. with pedestrian entry points at 45th, 49th, 52nd and 56th Streets from both 6th and 8th Avenues, and will close street by street as those pens reach capacity. Spectators should expect to be screened by counterterrorism officers at these access points, and once inside a viewing area, there will be no re-entry and they may be subject to rescreening. Spectators staying at hotels within the secured area will be required to remain within their assigned viewing pens. Certain items will not be permitted in viewing areas, including backpacks, large bags, large coolers, picnic blankets, chairs, alcohol, drones, laser pens, umbrellas, and any other large items that can obstruct a spectator's view. On behalf of the men and women of the New York City Police Department, I want to thank our partners at the Times Square Alliance, along with our colleagues across city, state, and federal agencies for their continued collaboration. And most importantly, I want to thank the women and men of the NYPD who will be working through the night to ensure that this celebration remains safe. We look forward to another secure and successful New Year's Eve in Times Square. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Finally, I want to introduce a great partner and friend of our administration over the last 4 years, the man who ensures an average of 80 million visitors can enjoy Times Square every year, and that millions around the globe can enjoy the ball drop on television, the president of the Times Square Alliance, Tom Harris.
Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor, Commissioner Tish, Mayor Adams. Tomorrow night, the world will turn to Times Square, and there is no one who can do an event better than the men and women of the New York City Police Department who work tirelessly throughout the year to keep Times Square safe. I want to take this opportunity to thank Mayor Adams. 4 years ago, when the mayor took office, crime was 20% higher than it is today. There's a 20% reduction in crime. 250 plus new businesses have opened up. All 13 of our unlicensed weed stores have been closed down by this administration. People are moving to Times Square. They actually want to live here thanks to the city that he has created. The hotels are doing great. Broadway has never been better. And people listened to him and spent money. Visa spending has never been higher. So thank you very much, Mayor Adams. For New Year's, as we look forward to the future, we know that our city is going to do great thanks to all of the folks who care so much, thanks to the legacy of Mayor Adams. Tomorrow night is going to be a great night in Times Square, where the whole world will see how fantastic this city is. Thank you very much.
Each year around this time, we see these federal threat assessments. They come out, they talk about this event and New Year's. Just wondering if there's anything you've seen where the ISIS plots have been disrupted this year, or what you've seen globally that you're doing for this particular event to stop any sort of threat or attack.
Thank you. So, as the mayor mentioned, we've been existing in a heightened threat environment for the last 2.5 years, and each year our plan incorporates lessons learned from overseas, from events elsewhere. And this year you're going to have augmented personnel to fortify the perimeter around the event and to minimize crowding around access points and make sure that, as every year, this is a safe, happy, and healthy event.